Alright, welcome back to the podcast, guys. It is McVey here, as week one is officially in the books, as Jets took on the Bills. Jets won. It was 22-16. That was the only game in week one that actually ended up going to overtime. So, but props to both teams for a hell of a game. Aaron Rodgers is officially out for the season, by the way, now. So, yep. Alright, so I'm going to give you a rundown, some stats, fantasy ranking. Yeah, let's have some fun. Alright, Jets, Bills. Jets 22-16 in overtime. Sunday Night Football was the biggest fucking embarrassment I think I've ever seen within a season. 40-0 Cowboys over the Giants. It was pure Cowboys. That was fucked. Packers beat the Bears 38-20. Dolphins beat the Chargers 36-34. Potentially game of the year. Rams beat the Seahawks 30-13. Eagles beat the Patriots 25-20. Raiders over Broncos 17-16. Saints over Titans 16-15. 49ers over Steelers 30-7. Jags over Colts 31-21. Commanders over Cardinals 20-16. Falcons over Panthers 24-10. Buccaneers over Vikings 20-17. Ravens over Texans 25-9. Browns over Bengals 24-3. And Lions over Chiefs 21-20. Alright, so some were good, some were bad. I said for the Lions Chiefs, if Kelsey wasn't playing, the Lions would win. Otherwise, Chiefs. I stuck with the Chiefs because I thought these guys would have done a lot better with the offense. But apparently, Kadarius Toney was dropping passes like he was dropping like he had no dimes in his hand. So yeah, lost. 0-1 on predictions. Bengals Browns, I took the Bengals 0-2. Texans Ravens, I took the Ravens 1-2. Buccaneers Vikings, I took the Vikings 1-3. Panthers Falcons, I took the Falcons 2-3. Cardinals Commanders, I took the Commanders 3-all. Jags Colts, I took the Jags 4-3. Niners Steelers 5-3. Saints Titans, I took the Saints 6-3. Raiders Broncos 7-3. I took the Raiders. Eagles Patriots, fly Eagles fly. I'm taking the Eagles a lot. 8-3. Rams Seahawks, I took Seattle 8-4. Dolphins Chargers, I don't remember what the fuck I took. I took Chargers, I think. Yeah. So 8-5. Just go back and watch episode 1 pretty much. Packers Bears, I did take the Bears, unfortunately. Cowboys Giants, I took Giants. And Bills Jets, I took the Jets. So 9-7 for the week. So that's not bad. Alright, so a lot of people were wondering, fantasy football, where do you guys stand? Some of you guys people stand. Well, that's why I am here right now, as week one is officially in the books. There's some shockers in this sucker. Alright, so I'm going to start with the kickers. So, tied for first from the Eagles and the Titans are Jake Elliott and Nick Folk. Brett Maher from the Rams, he's in second with 15. Niners, Jason Sanders from the Dolphins are at 14. Tyler Bass on the Bills in fourth at 13. A four-way tie for fifth at 12 with Justin Hopkins from the Browns, Matt Prater from the Cardinals, Blake Grupe from the Saints, and Cameron Dicker from the Chargers. They're all at 12. Greg Zuerlein from the New York Jets at 11. Chase McLaughlin from the Buccaneers. Brandon Aubrey from the Cowboys. Excuse me. and Anders Carlson from the Packers at 10. They're all tied for 7th. Taimi Fairbairn from the Houston Texans sitting at 9 and 8th place. Three-way tie again with Jason Myers from the Seattle Seahawks, Brandon McManus, who was on the Jaguars. I knew he was a Bronco. And Harrison Butker from the Kansas City Chiefs, all sitting at 8. And number 10 is Young Oku from the Atlanta Falcons, and Cairo Santos from the Chicago Bears sitting at 7. So, a lot of shockers. Surprised the Kickers didn't go that high in that game. With Nick Folk. Nick Folk scored all 15 Tennessee Titan points in the game against the Saints. All via field goals. Damn it. Alright, so. And Maher was still part of that 30-point game against the Seattle Seahawks when they won by 17. So, pretty good. But if there's someone, like, it's fucked. I'll say it later. Let's go defense next. Defensive teams per rank. Number 1, it should be pretty obvious. Dallas Cowboys at 37. New York Jets at number 2 at 20. Arizona Cardinals at number 3 with 19. Green Bay Packers at number 4 with 15. That's right. Next up is a tie between the Niners and the Eagles at 13 at number 5. Atlanta Falcons making number 6 with 12. Four-way tie at 7th for 11 points with the Jags, the Colts, the Commanders, and the Ravens. The Saints finish at number 8 for the week with 10 points. The Lions, Browns, Buccaneers, and Titans all come together at number 9 with 9 points. Coincidence? I think not. And the Houston Texans at number 10 with 8. Okay, Dallas had an elite defense at the game against the Giants, so props to them. New York Jets, they played a pretty good game with the Bills. Cardinals, in a losing effort, looked really good. Even with Joshua Dobbs as their starting quarterback, who I'll talk about later in the video, in the podcast. These guys, I think they can actually look good for once. And maybe it's because they've been playing with fucking Kyler or something like that and not Dobbs. We'll see. Packers, yep, they had a really good defense in their 38-20 win. The Niners and Eagles. Ooh. The Niners only allow 7 points. Eagles allowed 20 on the Patriots. Somehow. I thought we would have steamrolled them. It is what it is. Atlanta Falcons with 12. They had a really good looking defense against the Panthers. We just had a lot of defense guys on free agency, so it made sense. Jaguars, Colts. I'm surprised Indianapolis made number 7 after a losing effort to the Jaguars. I'm very surprised. Maybe it's because they were playing with Anthony Richardson and not Matt Ryan or Sam Ehlinger. Fuck. Bring your other guys in more. Commanders, they had a win. Sam Howell, he looks pretty decent, but it's going to take some time for me to... He's going to have to slowly win me over. He's going to have to, as a starting QB. But here's the thing, if that's the way they're going to go, it's the way they're going to go. Commanders. Yeah, no, I just said that one. Fuck. Ravens. J.K. Dobbins is out for the year. ACL. Goodbye. Jaguars. What more? I'm open this up. Excuse me. Saints. I know they lost a couple guys in free agency, and I know one of them went to the Falcons. I don't remember who. We'll leave it at that. Lions beat the Super Bowl champions. Cleveland Browns. Okay. They have one of the best fucking defenses I saw in the AFC. How are they not ranked higher? I mean, they allowed last year's AFC runner-up to the Chiefs to 3 fucking points. Wow. And this is how you fucking respect their asses, like giving them 9 points in fantasy and putting them at number 9 overall. Wow. Buccaneers and Titans. Titans in the losing effort. I mean, they're up there with the Saints, so that's pretty good. Like, it was a really close game, so it just proves every little point matters. The defenses looked pretty good. Houston Texans at 8. Shocking to see them up there after the 25-9 loss against the Ravens. But Will Anderson on there apparently makes everything look better. Don't know why. Yeah. But yeah, no. Someone whose defense I think needs to step up here. Step the fuck up, New York Giants. What the fuck was that? So, Giants for me, you're gonna have to step up. Alright. Tight ends, kind of a shocker. Kale's on this sucker for number 1. I'm very surprised. Because it's Hunter Henry from the New England Patriots, 11.6. He leads right now, all tight ends. Oh, by the way, Dallas, their defense actually leads all of fantasy right now with a half-point PPR scale rating of 37. Next guy is a wide receiver, but we'll talk about them in a bit. Wide receivers is Hunter Henry from the Patriots at 11.6. Hayden Hurst from the Panthers at 10.1. Losing ever, he can still look good. Players can still look good. I'm surprised he did more than Adam Thielen, who we expect to do a lot more with the receiving core. So, okay, so it kind of makes sense. Number 3, Donald Parham Jr., and even in a losing effort, his team lost by 2 against the Dolphins. Players don't know how to look good. Blake Bell, 7.2, so apparently he's back up tight end. Losing effort, he actually did look pretty good. Harrison Bryant from the Cleveland Browns, 6.5. I mean, what can I say? They can make him look good. I mean, they pretty much had him carry for D-Hop. So, and then we have Pat Freiermuth from Pittsburgh Steelers at 6.3. Losing effort still. Know how to make some of your star players look good. Luke Musgrave, Green Bay Packers with a 5. Rookie debut right here. This is great for him. I think he's good. He looks good. Tyler Higbee and Evan Ingram for the Jaguars and the Rams and Jaguars, 4.9. I mean, you do what you gotta do. Cole Kmet is on here in a losing effort against the Packers. He got tied 9th. Durham Smythe from Miami in a winning effort. And Kyle Pitts from the Atlanta Falcons, all sitting at a 4.4, with Washington's Logan Thomas sitting at a 4.3. Kyle Pitts, you need to step the fuck up, dude. They drafted you 4th overall. Fucking do shit, dude. Come on. They see you as a high-value target. They see you as a high-value player to the team. You need to step up. Make those big-time plays. Logan Thomas, I can't really say too much about it. I never watched it. Cole Kmet, here's something. Step up. You're somewhat become a veteran on the team. Dude, you need to step up, bro. Come on. Alright, wide receivers. Tyreek, no surprise, leads the pack from the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill had 215 yards against the Dolphins. Holy fuck. Tyreek went off against the Chargers. It was a fun game. That was so a fun game. I saw it. Brandon Ayuk from the Niners, 24.9. I can see that out of Brandon Ayuk almost every week. He's that damn good. Jacoby Myers shocks me from the Raiders because I didn't even know he was on the Raiders. Because I knew the Raiders had Devontae, and that fucked me in fantasy as well. So, yeah. Kendrick Bourne from the New England Patriots 18.4, losing effort to the Eagles, but they made him look good in that game. Stephon Diggs from the Buffalo Bills 16.2, losing effort on Monday Night Football to the New York Jets. He still looked really good. So, if you have Stephon Diggs, good pick. Calvin Ridley from the Jacksonville Jaguars 16.1. Damn, that close. Yeah. All right, Michael Pittman Jr., Indianapolis Colts, 15.7. Losing effort here, but still made your guy look good, and that's all you can ask for. Justin Jefferson, Minnesota, 15. Even in the losing effort, he did not fucking cover his spread. He did not. I have him on my team as well. He didn't cover his spread. Romeo Doubs from the Green Bay Packers at 14.6. I think they're better than that. Come on. I mean, he had a first starter in Jordan Love, who actually did really well. Who fared himself really well. I think the Packers might be in good hands now. I think they will. And Rashid Shaheed from the New Orleans Saints sitting at 14 to round out your top 10 for wide receivers. Ooh. I don't know what to think about that. I mean, he had a good game. Helped the Titans get some Saints get some points in, so that's pretty good. Running backs. We have the first time we've had two guys from the same team in this, by the way. Otherwise, everyone else has been on a different squad. Running backs. Number 1, Aaron Jones from the Green Bay Packers. 26.7. He barely edged out Austin Eckler from the Los Angeles Chargers. 26.4. Eckler in the losing effort had a hell of a game. Jones in the winning effort had probably the best game of his career. And then you have CMC at number 3, 25.9 from the Niners. I'm sorry. CMC's back. Alright, number 4, 24.4 points from the Atlanta Falcons. Tyler Algier. I didn't even know he was a running back for us. For the Falcons. I had no clue. Tony Pollard from the Dallas Cowboys, 22.2. How did he not get higher? He was a part of that 40-point blowout. Beats me. Travis Etienne Jr., 21.4 from the Jaguars. Okay, not bad. We can work on it. Surprisingly, he had a better quarterback. He had a better fantasy ranking than his own teammate and his own quarterback. Kind of shocking. Roshan Johnson from the Bijan Robinson at number 7 from the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson at number 4 and number 7 are on the Atlanta Falcons. So it's pretty cool knowing two guys. So apparently they're going to probably split the carries between the two, depending on the play. So I wouldn't mind seeing this more. Roshan Johnson from the Chicago Bears, 17.5, lands himself at number 8. Losing effort, still made your running back look good. Keep this up, Chicago. Kyron Williams at number 9 from the Los Angeles Rams, 17.4. Honestly, he should have been tied with fucking Johnson. He should have been. He looked good. And Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns, 16.7, takes your number 10 spot for the week. Yeah. I mean, what can you say? You have an elite talent. You have a stacked up defense now. Myles Garrett doing crisscross moves or crossover, between the legs like a basketball with an invisible basketball just to sack Joe Burrow's bitch ass. Yeah, fair play. All right, let's go. Quarterbacks. Number 1 from the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. He had himself a hell of a game. Tua fucking Tagovailoa is back that we know and love. Mac Jones from the New England Patriots, 25.1. He lost to Tua by 3 on the fantasy score, but Mac Jones in a losing effort had himself a very good passing game against the Eagles. Jordan Love takes number 3 with 23. Jordan Love, I feel like he needs to keep that spread if he wants a good shot at doing some good shit for the Packers. Anthony Richardson from the Indianapolis Colts takes number 4 at 21.9. In a losing effort to the Jaguars, you still make the 2023 number 4 pick look great. Seriously, he had himself a great game. I see some good stuff coming from this man. Deshaun Watson takes number 5 from Cleveland at 21.7. So, yeah. Justin Herbert takes number 6, 20.9. Losing effort to the Dolphins to Tyreek. Or with Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback. Man, he still knows how to look good at a losing effort. Patrick Mahomes in a losing effort, number 7, 20.5. He lost to Jared Goff. Goff's not even in the top 10. Kind of sad. Trevor Lawrence, 18.7, takes number 8. Like I said, he made Richardson look good in his NFL regular season debut. Number 9, Kirk Cousins from the Minnesota Vikings, 17.5. At least it's not primetime Kirk. What can I say? You're getting screwed on week 2, Vikings. You're getting done for. I'm sorry. And number 10 from the San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy. He is back. 16.8, by the way. He is back. I think the Niners fans can all rejoice. And, yeah. Alright, so you had some shockers there. I mean, Desmond Ridder, he actually had one of the better passing games for all starting quarterbacks. Joshua Dobbs had a heck of a game. Who was it? Who else had a hell of a game? Oh my god, there was another quarterback who I saw who had a hell of a game. Oh my god, who was it? It was somebody else. Sam Howell had himself a great game against the Cardinals. Fucking Stafford, you could say. So yeah, there's a lot of guys you can talk about here. Alright, so we have some stats here. As for AFC East quarterbacks with passing, completions, attempts, yards, TD passes, and interceptions. Tua Tagovailoa leads in passing yards with 466 passing yards. I think he was the only guy to actually throw over 3 touchdowns. He was the only AFC player to throw for 3 touchdowns. I stand corrected. He also threw 1 pick in the game, 28 for 45. Still pretty good. I mean, the yardage, he's back. He's known for hitting those sort of yards in a game. He is known. I mean, last year against the Ravens, he threw for at least, I think he threw for another 450. So, he can hit those games. Mac Jones ends up leading in pass attempts right now at 54, with 35 being completed. 316 passing yards for 3 touchdowns. Oh, he also threw for 3. Oh, shit. And 1 interception as well. So he pretty much matched Tua, except he had 9 more passes and 7 more completions. Except he just fucked up by 150 passing yards. Alright, so Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills. There's a Josh Allen on the Jaguars, trust me. He went 29-41 for 236 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. He's tied right now for the league lead in interceptions. I know it's only 1 week, but still, INTs matter. And Zach Wilson. Rodgers went 0 for 1, then got taken off the field, out of the game, torn Achilles. Speedy recovery to Rodgers. We hope you're doing better, dude. We want you back on the field as soon as possible. Seriously. And Zach Wilson, surprising, in his return in this game, he went 14-21, so he completed about 67% of his passes. It's pretty good. 140 passing yards. I mean, whatever you can do to get yardage, go for it. It works out well. With a tutty and an interception. So, not bad. I mean, still got 67% of your passes completed that game, so it's pretty good. AFC South, Trevor Lawrence completing 75% of his passes for 241, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, 24-32. CJ Stroud had one of the better rookie performances in passing by 28-44 for 242 yards. He did not throw a touchdown or an interception. Anthony Richardson also had a great performance for a rookie quarterback. 24-37, 223 passing yards. But instead, he got a touchdown and an interception. Ryan Tannehill, 16-34, 198 yards. He's tied Josh Allen for the league lead in interceptions with 3. I said Josh Allen was at 3. Damn. He turned it over 4 times in the game against the Jets. That's sad. AFC North, we're going next. Lamar Jackson, 17-22 for 169 yards with an interception. Deshaun Watson throwing 16-29 for 154 with a tutty and an INT. Kenny Pickett throwing the most and completing the most in the division with 31 of 46 for a touchdown and an interception. Or 2 INTs, excuse me. And Joe Burrow had the worst performance. That's not Daniel Jones. 14-31 for 82 passing yards in his game against the Browns. AFC West, Patrick Mahomes, 21-39, 226, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Russell Wilson, 27-34, 177 with a tutty. Jimmy G, 20-26, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT, and then Justin Herbert in a losing effort, 23-33, 228, 1 touchdown. If you ask me who I think had the best performance that week, I would probably say CJ Stroud. Either CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson. I know they both had losing efforts in their games, but they still made themselves look really good and really strong, setting up for what could be a really good season for both teams. But from a winning team, I would probably take Jimmy Garoppolo. He completed almost all of his passes. He should be about in that 80% passing completion range right now. Sure, he has an interception under him, but he also has a couple of tutties in there. So, I'll probably say Jimmy G for best. For a veteran quarterback, you gotta go to Jimmy Garoppolo. Rookie quarterback, Stroud or Richardson in the AFC. So let's go to the NFC now, as we have Jalen Hurts at 22 of 33, 170 with a touchdown. Dak Prescott, who's taken out mid-game, almost towards the end of the game. He went 13-24 for 143. Defense coming out big that game. And so did Tony Pollard. Cooper Rush, he subbed in late. 0 for 1. He got 0. Low. Daniel Jones, 15-28, 104 with 2 INTs. He ties for the NFC lead in interceptions. Tyrod Taylor came in late into the game. He went 2 for 2 for 6 yards. Sam Howell goes 19-31 for 202 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Alright, so that's some stuff going down. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun division this year. I see. Cowboys' defense is terrifying. Bradbury's gonna be out with a concussion. I think Nakobe Dean's gonna be out with a fucking foot injury, but he's not gonna have surgery. So he's only gonna miss like a couple of weeks, so he's just gonna be in a boot probably. So, not afraid of that. So yeah, NFC South, Desmond Ridder went 15 of 18 for 115 and a tutty. Derek Carr, 23-33, 305 with a tutty and an INT. Bryce Young, 20 of 38, 146, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs. Baker Mayfield, 21 of 34 with 173, 2 touchdowns. Desmond Ridder, for all quarterback ones, leads the league right now in passing percentage. 83. So, put a little bit more respect on Desmond Ridder. Come on. And Carr, this is his first regular season game against the Jet. And it's a Saint. And he took on the Tennessee Titans with Tannehill. And actually had himself a pretty good outing. Bryce Young, the number 1 pick. I think he had a good strong outing too. The passing yards, you got to work on that. The INTs need to work on that. But otherwise, he looks great. And then Baker is Baker. Nothing special. All right, NFC North, Jordan Love, 15-27 for 245, 3 tutties. As he was the only player in the AFC to hit NFC to get 3 touchdown passes. Kirk Cousins, 33-44, 344 with 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Losing effort, he looked strong for the Vikings offense. Justin Fields went 24-37 for 216, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And Jared Goff, Went 22 of 35 for 253 and 1 touchdown. I would say Kirk Cousins had the best performance in the NFC North, even though it was a losing effort for his squad. So, yeah. NFC West, Geno Smith, 16 of 26, 112, and a touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, 21 of 30 for 132, didn't have a touchdown or a pick. Brock Purdy, who made his return, 19 and 29, 220 for 2 touchdowns. Glad Purdy's back. And then Matthew Stafford, 24-38 for 334 passing yards. You didn't have a picker in INT either. So, division-wise, Brock Purdy making a fucking statement. He is back. Nice to be an NFC contender. Matthew Stafford had the best performance in the NFC by far. Or Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford definitely had the best NFC performances. And yeah, they're not top ranked in fantasy. What the fuck? Alright, so. Alright. Man, myth, legend, or bust quarterbacks? Two, I'm going to go man, myth, legend. He had a hell of a performance week 1. Keep it up. Max, same thing. Josh Allen, I'm in the middle. I can't really decide because he had a bust game, but it looked like a good one. Zach Wilson, still a bust. Trevor Lawrence, I'm in the middle. Stroud, I'm in the middle. Richardson, man, myth, legend. Tannehill, bust. Lamar, bust. Even though he was victorious in his match. Still, 169. He could have done better. How many times did he fucking rush it? Deshaun, middle. Kenny Pickett. I'm on the mid-myth legend train of Kenny Pickett right now. He needs to keep an eye on those INTs though. Burrow, bust. Week 1, he's a fucking bust. Mahomes, I'm in the middle. I want to lean towards bust. Like a lean, I'm going to say 55% bust, 45% man-myth legend. I'm going to go there. Wilson, middle. Jimmy G, motherfucking man-myth legend. He had the best performance in the NFC for passing percentage. He had the best shit. Herbert, middle. And that's AFC. NFC, Hurts, middle. Prescott, man, myth, legend. He did what he had to do. Cooper Rush, I'm not going to comment. Daniel Jones, fucking bust. There's your bust of the week. Daniel Jones and Joe Burrow are your busts of the week. They let your fantasy team down. Tyrod Taylor, don't really care. He's just a backup. Sam Howell, man, myth, legend. Motherfucker turned his whole goddamn career around at one goddamn start. There we go. Desmond Ridder, man, myth, legend. He's on the rise. Watch out for this man. I feel like if he did more passing, a better passing game, longevity will come into play. Derek Carr, man, myth, legend. He had a great game in his debut for the regular season with the Saints. Keep it up. Bryce Young. I'll go in the middle. I'm not fully sold on him yet. Baker, I'll go in the middle as well. I'm not completely sold on him. Excuse me. Jordan Love, man, myth, legend, easily. Had a legendary performance. Legend-making performance. Kirk, same thing, but instead he proved why he's that damn good. Justin Fields, middle, even though I want to lean more towards bust. 60-40 bust. 60-40 bust. I'm going to lean towards that. Goff, I'm the same thing as Fields. Smith, same thing as Fields. Dobbs, I'm actually in the middle. I can't say shit. Brock Purdy, man, myth, legend, the motherfucker's back. Matthew Stafford, same thing. He just made a return to form. So, that's gonna do it for this episode right here, guys. If you guys like what you see, hit that like button like it says on the left. subscribe like it says on the right. And I hope you guys can join me next week for the week 2 recap of the NFL season. Peace.